in some, hey, we're a dick rider community. Because why y'all even talk about me that much?
That's a fact.
You
I,
love it. Shut up.
no, it's not. No, why do you think a nigga love it? But he's asking a natural question.
No,
I
he
agree.
loves that shit. Hate,
Maybe.
love, don't it don't matter how the fuck you talk about, just talk about him.
I mean,
Do
it
you
comes
know
with the
Joe from
territory.
years ago with his mouth?
Do
Yes.
I know Joe?
I was just asking a question because I don't know.
Yes, I know Joe.
Oh, okay.
But here's the
Very
thing.
well.
Here's my problem with
No,
this.
she does not know Joe.
Oh no, I don't like that. No, don't
No, she
even
does
hang it up.
not know
Don't
Joe.
even fucking hang it up.
Joe, Joe, you crazy, Joe.
I'm dead
Don't even
ass.
hang it
It'd
up.
be too many people that just hang on to whatever they knew of a person. Like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you
But
don't,
I mean, it
you
depends
don't
too. I
know.
get it
So
because
me and
Oh,
people
Joe fell
change,
out.
so
Wait, wait,
you
wait.
might not
What
know this
year
new
was
Hold on,
that?
version
y'all.
of
Hold
him.
What
on,
year was
y'all.
that? What year was that? Was that
Who?
5 years ago?
No,
more
more
than
than
that.
that. Way more than that. Way more than that.
Who?
I'm speaking about
Who? Wait, wait. Who's
15.
saying way more than that?
That's
That's
me
No,
you,
I'm
speaking.
40.
saying when me and
40,
Joe,
hold on,
when me
40.
and Joe, our last fallout was like 5 years ago,
More than
or
that.
more, six.
COVID was 5 years ago, so
So it was about COVID. Yeah, it was COVID around that
I,
time.
I I could argue more than that, but I won't.
No, no, no,
My
no.
memory
No.
is my memory is fuzzy on
Yes,
all of
your
these
memory
things.
is always been blurred. But yeah, it
Okay.
was around
So get
COVID.
the. I want to know the point you're trying to make. Okay, if it says 5 or 6 years ago, you fell out.
Hmm. So to say I don't know him is ridiculous, but maybe I knew him. Now he has evolved within the last 5 years. He's experienced shit that he's never experienced before in life in the time that I've been around him. So yeah, maybe I knew Joe.
could you be around somebody and not know them?
We're not even gonna play this game. I'm not gonna disrespect the time that I was around. He can play the game however he wants to entertain you guys, but he knows better.
I'm just saying. I think I'm making valid points. Like
I think you're putting on as per usual.
So Joe acting
I'm
brand
not
new
putting
right
on,
now.
but I listened to you in that space last night. I did, and I don't bother with it because there's no reward in it. So, and everyone should be allowed whatever their version of truth is. But you be getting some
So
shit.
now, so here's the thing.
You be getting some shit off under the guise of
You just said your
I'm
memory
never
is
gonna
faulty.
reply. I'm never gonna address it. I'm gonna stay silent because I'm solid. Because I'm solid.
Joseph. Now solid could be shaky.
My
You
solid
not
is sturdy. See, and that's the problem that we have in today. Everybody got their own version of what solid and sturdy
sure.
is.
Just like I would say I'm
Solid
solid
to
and
me
you'll
is if
probably
we ain't
disagree.
spoke in 6, 7 years, if we
It
don't
wouldn't be six,
speak,
7 years.
if we both have our own version of why we don't speak, then what
Hmm.
the fuck are you talking about me every day for? With
Actually,
with
you're talking.
with them
So
niggas, and
in this,
all I'ma say is
hold
them
on,
niggas, cause you know what
hold
that
on.
mean. I don't have to say it, but it's like
I know.
it's like yeah,
Can I say something real quick
yeah.
too?
So
Rocky, let me just say something to this.
can I answer the first
Oh,
question?
well, I want to. Yes, you can. Yeah.
So the question is, why am I speaking to those niggas about you? It's not really specifically about you. It's a podcast room. Like, so these are talking to people who
Rocky, five
break
seconds
down your
into your
podcast. So
five seconds.
the conversation at hand was about podcasting and something that happened during the podcast time. And in fact, I'm almost perturbed at the stance you're taking because this I would really think Maul would have more of an issue with what I said than you because it was really geared toward how Maul felt about a certain aspect of the pod, which was not in his favor. So confusion. And you just admitted that your memory is pretty fuzzy anyway, so I don't expect you to to remember every detail of everything that's transpired. You've admittedly used that as a
Rocky,
cover
you
for
was in
you.
there saying that you was supposed to be the female hire on the old podcast.
What I said was
I heard that with
What
my
I said
own
was,
ears. And
what I
because I
said.
don't ever reply to this shit because it's like, for what and
So
why? But it's like, dog, like, what are
let's
we
be clear.
doing to these people?
So
What do
the
you
topic
have to
the
gain
topic
out of telling these stories to these strangers?
so the
Like,
topic of the conversation was the usual suspects picture. for that podcast. You remember that? You remember I was supposed to be in the lineup, or you don't remember that either?
Rocky, that's not
I'm
true.
asking you a question. I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering it. That's
Did you
not
say yes?
true.
That's not true,
No.
Joe.
Who was the
You
girl in
literally
the Usual
agreed
Suspects picture?
that was
Rocky,
supposed
what are
that
you
in
talking
your
about?
listen. Why are you so passionately going? Let's have a conversation. That was the joke of it all because I would not have been one of the usual suspects. That's what was going to make the contrast. It was something that you thought of when we were sitting there at the dining table, me, you, Maul, and you said, put me in the shit because that would have made me not part of the usual suspects. Maul was not happy with that. After that, I think I jumped on the mic once or two times around that time. You and I had conversations of things that you wanted me to address Maul about to kind of shake Maul up a little bit. That didn't go well because the first time I was on the mic, me and Maul kind of went at it because Maul started retweeting fucked up comments about me. Remember, you and I had a conversation like, yo, why is Maul quoting and retweeting fucked up comments? You don't remember any of this though.
I don't remember
But
yesterday,
that's the
which
point.
leads
So
me to
that's what
my
makes it
main
what
point
makes it.
of what the fuck does it matter?
So I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it matters. Just like if someone goes on goddamn Drink Champs or any other goddamn platform and talks about the history of podcasting and hip hopping and just stories of entertainment and us being in this industry and in this world together, it's fucking storytelling. That's what the fuck it matters.
Rocky, storytelling is not what you do for a living.
You don't know
Why
what it is I do for a living.
why is it
So
see,
here's the
and
thing.
that's the way, hold it up.
Because now one
That's the thing.
go ahead.
There's this line drawn where some of y'all say y'all doing shit under the guise of content creation, but you're not content creating. You don't have a podcast. You don't have a desire to start a podcast. You're not gonna start a podcast.
Why
You just
how do
in
you
here
know what I'm
gossiping
going
with
to
some
do?
niggas
You
you don't
don't
know.
know what I'm going to do.
Rocky, I
See,
know
and here's the
because
thing.
we have a 15-year
Mhm.
sample size to see when somebody want to do. Like, who are you talking to with this?
So here's the thing. I have other obligations. I have two
Rocky,
no, no,
stop
no,
it.
no, no. Let's be clear. I have two publishing deals right now with one of the biggest publishing houses in the world. And so, if I jump onto a podcast and do what it is that I love, it could interfere with what I got going on with a publisher because they like to carry, literary subjects, authors in a different light, which is contrasting to who I am as a personality. So that has always been a pitfall for me where they want to hold me in one light. Okay, this woman is intelligent, she can write her ass off, blah, 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 but her mouth is filthy. Now, me coming on spaces and storytelling and doing my thing, it's just me getting my shit off because bottom line is my first love was always radio. That's how I met you. I met you with my mic in your face. So, what are we talking about? So saying I'm not a content creator, which I've never said I was a content creator, but saying that I have no value in telling stories on spaces just as everyone else does, I don't
I
know what
never
to do.
said that. I never said that. I never said that. I would just think that how you carry it, you would have more pride than to speak about so many other people's stories. Like there's
But that
more
isn't
to
that
your
that's
story.
mhm.
Like there's a lot more to your story than me.
Well, okay,
There's
I
no
agree.
reason, there's no
I
like
I'm sorry.
what if
I agree
whatever happened
totally.
happened. It's over. It's the past. It's like a history type of thing. You doing whatever you're doing. Like why? It's just odd. It is odd.
So
It's odd
so
that you
let's
partake
be
in these
very
things.
clear on this too. I agree 100%. But also understand that on Twitter, which is an app that I abandoned for 10 plus years and just moved over to Instagram where no one says your name, no one's even concerned with, is in my world, right? In my universe. But on Twitter, coming back into Twitter, people know me by being directly connected to you in the relationship that we once had. A lot of these spaces are connected to the Joe Budden podcast because that's what you curated. Like this is pretty much your realm. So me being involved in parts of that history is a value to this app, and people do want to hear that story, whether you like it or not. Whether I
See,
talk
that's a long-winded way of just saying that I'm your universe.
on Twitter, yes, no,
Mm. That was a real
Damn.
long,
but
drawn out
but
way of
I
saying,
have no.
yo,
I'm talking.
you are my entire universe.
I'm
And
sorry.
if I take you out of that story, then I really don't have shit to say.
No, that's not the correct answer. That is not the correct answer. No, me having something to say. This is your for the most part. This
And
is
know why it's
your
real funny? Because I know the other stories. It's like
there's great stories. There's tons of it. There's great
much
stories.
more compelling than
But except
anything
so,
Joe
but you got to
Budden
understand
related, girl.
me breaking back into Twitter. I had to go through hell of your community to get to where I'm at now, to get to where I can be on stage with Flip, and
That's
he's not
cap.
treating me
You
like.
could have went somewhere and started your own fucking crew, community, and crowd based off your own body. You wasn't forced to have to deal with all of
But
this
who's
shit like
no
you was
one's
in some
saying
type of
that?
abuse system.
No one's saying that, Joe. No one said I was
You
forced.
just said that.
No one said I was forced. Those are your words. I
You said
said that
coming back into this
I
community,
said
coming coming back on Twitter, I had to deal with yada 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 from your
you
community,
had,
your
yes,
fans.
because you have curated a major corner of Twitter. When I left Twitter, my last standing was directly connected to you, Joe. So there was a beast that I did have to face in order to get myself traction again.
But
Well,
then you okay. I'm
when
sorry.
go ahead, Flip.
But then you chose to go on a smear campaign. So what was your
Why are we
angle
going
then?
back to that though?
No, I'm just saying. No,
Mhm.
okay, you're right. I apologize for going back, but that's how I got to know you, right? So when I ask the questions, this nigga don't want to have a conversation about it. He tells me, "Yo, I don't. I'm not." That's he moved on. I told you that. So I don't even know the
So
story.
the smear
And
campaign wasn't just one way. Maybe this time it was, but there's been a smear campaign on my name as well.
I
We've
have.
had
I
issues.
didn't. I didn't
Both of
hear
us
it.
have had issues with each other. We've had great times and we've had fucked up times. But
But you went. But Rocky, you took. But
it
Rocky,
is a
listen.
part
How
of
about
our
this?
history though.
How about this? Let me just say this, Rocky. Let me just
Mhm.
say this real quick to you. You took it because you said earlier today that the reason that people may look past that is because that's how you guys came up. And
Mhm.
I told you that I get villainized for being loyal to a nigga. Like I'm loyal, that's my man. Cool, cool, cool. I get villainized for being that way, and I feel like people take it. I feel like people look at me as a weak link or don't respect me if they think that they could just come in and have a conversation with me after disrespecting my man. We had an understanding about that. We talked about this earlier. But then me first hearing about you were you on a spaces with somebody else, dissing Joe. And then you probably didn't calculate it right. At the end of the day, he went where he went. Everything, people disappeared, and then now you come on the spaces when everything calmed down, and now to me, you be cool. So it's confusing a little bit. You understand what
I
I'm
didn't.
saying? Like,
Yeah, but nah, I think you're still looking at it from a different angle. And to say
okay,
I come onto spaces now where everything was cool. No, I went through the fire.
no, but you started the fire.
I did. I did.
You went live with
And I
niggas that
also
was bashing
and Flip
Joe.
and so here's the thing. So when for years I stayed off of Twitter, I abandoned Twitter again. My whole I got on Twitter because of fucking Joe. Like my whole introduction to Twitter for years has been tied in me, Joe, and whoever else fell under the original Black Twitter banner
Hmm. Hmm.
years ago. Then shit got shaky. I left off the app, found a good space in Instagram. He and I fell in, got back together, fell out, got back together, back and forth for years going back and forth or whatever. I thought, as far as I'm concerned, we had better times than we didn't. We had a huge fallout because of Love and Hip Hop, which really put a stain on my name for years. We got past that. The last fallout that we had, which people still to this day don't know what that consists of because I'll never speak on it. The only fallout that they know that we've had was Love and Hip Hop, and I'll maintain that. Our last fallout really wasn't a fallout. It was a positionary thing where he felt a way about my position and I felt a way about his. That's it. There was no fallout. What happened was,
And then
wait, wait, wait.
and then
What
I
happened
don't want
was,
to get into that, but when
Mhm.
I'm kind of
Okay, let's move past that. Sure,
I'm on my man's side with that. Just on the
that's
side,
fine. That's fine.
you
So
do shake. The point
we
I'm
had
trying
a
to make is that you a nice girl. Listen, the point I'm trying to make is that you took a stand. Fuck all that shit. You continuously take a stance with things that seems crazy, and then you're no longer a part of it, right? So what I mean is that
yeah,
some of the
yeah.
people in
You
here,
broke up a little bit. You broke up a little bit.
you take a stance, you take a opposite, you take a different stance that comes off crazy, and then when things start to die down, you come back, right? So let me give you an example. When we first heard about you, some of the people you were bashing Joe with tax, doing all that shit. Yo, we starting a podcast. I heard it. I'm like, oh, this lady is crazy. Smear. I went to the pod. Yo, Joe, what's this about? He said, I don't want to talk about it at all. I remember. And I talk about it. He didn't get any details. I was just confused, so I had to go do my own research.
Well, no,
Cool.
that started because me and Imani.
Hold on.
Wait,
Let me
wait, no, no.
finish.
I
Let me
want you to
finish.
have the right setup.
I'm telling you, when
Me
I
and
first heard
Imani
about
crashed
you,
out. That's where the first.
got you. Okay, I didn't know. I'm telling you, when I first heard about you, was a smear campaign about my man
Well,
and making sure.
hold on, Flip. Hold on. I really don't want to dead this conversation, but we could really dead it with Rocky. You got to take the responsibility for some of this stuff started with you.
Sure,
Not even some of it. All of it started.
100%.
All of it.
I do take
Hold
All
on,
of
E,
it
but
accountability.
started with
I
you.
do take
but
accountability.
wait, E, wait. I
Hold on,
got you, E.
So, for example, it got so bad that innocent bystanders got pulled into something, which is why me and you even crashed out. Because I felt like through all of this, no matter what, I made it very clear to you and everybody else. I am Joe. I'm extension of Joe. That's my man's right, wrong, indifferent. I'm gonna ride with my
End up
man.
here today, but go.
Right? What you said?
I'm just trying to figure out how we ended up here today.
So I'm giving an example of how he's saying why can't certain things just be avoided? Because even in certain moments where nothing even had to do with people who were innocent to the situation, they still get pulled into it. And it's not Joe pulling them into it; it was you. So that's how we even got to me and you crashing out. Because I felt like, yo, even if you and Joe have something, how does some other people get pulled into something that don't even be asked to be a part of it?
You're kind
See,
of like talking in codes, and I can't really. I'm not really. I need to
but hold on,
direct.
E.
No. I'm not talking.
I
I'm not talking
understand
in
what E's
code.
saying, but E, listen, hold on, E.
But it gotta be like,
E,
well,
I like that. Oh,
I gotta deal with Queens,
Rocky,
I gotta deal with Imani, I
no,
gotta deal with Joe.
you could deal with E. I'm just saying, and I'm a mute up because I don't have a dog in this fight. But what I'm trying to tell you is that for me, knowing you, I heard when I first heard about you, you was on a smear campaign. To me personally,
Hmm.
I didn't understand it. It was
Okay.
confusing. Cool,
Hmm.
right? Then you took a stance to join up with niggas on spaces that are against, not against. They're fans of Joe, but they're just hate
So here's
watchers,
the
right?
thing.
Like they
Wait,
just
wait,
watch. Hold
wait. I
on,
want to go piece
okay,
by piece
yeah,
because I don't want to move forward and I miss this part. The
got it.
people who I actually end up on stage with and having a cool dynamic with, when I first came, they were on super stand time when it came to Joe. I got skull dragged. My initial communication with that whole crew was straight up fire with fire. I knew me coming into these spaces, I was walking into a lion's den of Joe Budden fans who assume an issue between he and I, and I said, fuck it. If I'm going to come back, because here's the thing, I was setting up to do my own podcast. So I figured I can't leave Twitter, a whole platform, alone if I'm trying to build some shit up. So let me go ahead and face the beast. So
Is it a situation where you thought them niggas would be more powerful than they really were?
no,
Like, let's get to it. Did you think that they were gonna help you? Do
no,
you think they were gonna
like
land
if
you
I'm,
at Wheezy in them studios
fuck,
to do your part?
who's
Like, did
Weezy?
you think they was gonna be ill?
Who?
No. What
No,
I'm
no,
no.
let
Listen,
me
Flip.
finish, but let me
Flip.
finish.
What I
Y'all
was.
can have an understanding.
I had to turn up. My fault.
It was
Go ahead. My bad. My bad.
Did you
it
think they
was
go
one
like? Did you
hundred
think that?
percent. I was avoiding entire.
Because you was standing on them like you like I'm the manager of the shit. Like you was lit. I heard you.
Let
So
me
now
finish
that
talking.
shit dead
Let
and
me
gone, nigga.
finish
Like
talking.
Justin Timberlake,
Let me
it's
finish
gone and
talking.
you back.
That's
I get it.
listen,
Sorry.
listen. Me coming on spaces and having dealings with anyone in any space, whether it's the WeWorks guys or the invasion of the body snatchers, all these weird ass fucking dynamics and shit and people had going on communities. Those were all branches of the Joe Budden TV, Joe Budden podcast.
But you hang
Listen,
out with,
listen,
but you
listen,
hang out
listen.
with,
Let me
you
finish.
hang out with everybody
Okay,
that goes against the nigga, and
wait,
they
wait.
fall to the
Are you
side.
asking me questions to understand, or you just want to? What are we doing here?
I'm just
Because
showing you that you hang. I'm just showing you that everybody you
but
align with,
but listen. But you
everybody
have
you
to
align
listen
with
because you.
disrespects Joe.
But
That's what I'm
are
trying to
you
show you,
listening?
Rocky.
Listen, Flip.
You
You're
have me.
saying that everyone that I align with disrespects Joe, but when I got on this app, they were Joe Budden fans. I was fighting against them. They eventually flipped on Joe and came over. Was like, you know what? Rocky ain't fucking half bad. It didn't start off with me coming into a room full of Joe Budden. There was no Joe Budden haters. They were all his fans. They all hated my fucking guts. And I said, fuck it, let's one up. I
Can I
went
just
in 100 V. I went in 100 V1 when I got on this motherfucker. It wasn't. They didn't let me in with arms wide open. Like, let's embrace Rocky. She's Joe Budden's villain. It was never the case. Those were Joe Budden's fans. They skull dragged me
Yo,
for two
yo,
months
wait,
straight.
what is the fuck?
Rocky?
Am I in the fucking
Rocky,
Matrix?
can I just give you? I just want to ask real quick.
Wait a
Do
second.
you
Oh,
remember how they all got familiar with who you were even? Because at a certain point, that fan base wasn't really too familiar with you. So when they got familiar with you, do you remember what caused that?
Yeah, I was talking shit. Do you?
and that's weird. Why do you go and Joe Budden dominated
No, no, no,
spaces? And
no,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no.
past. And this
No,
is
no,
the
no, no.
past. I'm not even in this.
Wait. Because y'all
Everybody
taking
done
it.
found their tribe, hopefully, by now. So I'm not even getting into this.
Oh,
But
no, you're
that's
painting it.
weird.
Okay,
And that's
so let me
my
ask you
point
something.
about
Wait, no,
all
no,
of
no,
this
no.
inconsequential shit that y'all talking about,
So
right?
here's
It's
the
like
thing.
it
So
is
let's talk about let's
2025.
talk about what's weird and what's not because
Everybody
I have
go create your own vibe. Curate your
yo,
own
you are
vibe.
really jacking your own dick for no reason.
No, y'all
I,
jack my dick
as
every
an
day, and I
outsider,
Wait,
have to be
wait,
professional
can I
wait,
say
wait,
something?
wait.
businessman
Can I say
and
something?
sit tight
Wait. Let me say
and
something.
just listen to y'all
So if
get lives
everyone is
off.
on social media, everyone's on Twitter and social media, whether it's spaces or you're actually typing in comments on your page, right? Everyone's here to state their own opinions, their own life. So if I had something to say about Imani, if I added Imani at that time, I added Imani in my comments, and Joe Budden's universe found me through my comments, not in someone else's blog, not in someone else's space. They came over to my world like, who is this bitch talking shit to Imani? And then I got dragged in the net. Then it is what it is. But to say that that's weird, you do that's what you do for a living. You talk about other people's lives or your opinion and shit. So if I'm on my feed and I had an opinion about a podcast that you and Imani did that I felt conflicted about, what's the difference between what you doing and what I was doing? Besides the fact that you're getting paid to do it.
That's quite a difference.
Nothing.
That's quite a difference. Me doing it
Outside
for
looking
a
in,
living.
it just seems like listening to what you both are saying. It sounds like when you came back on Twitter,
Hmm.
it's kind of like you rode Joe's coattail,
No,
whether
no,
it was
no,
good or bad,
no,
whether it
no.
was like
He
to
can't. He
talk your
can't
shit
possibly
and to
say
get
that.
it out there.
He can't say
I'm,
that.
I'm,
What happened
I'm not
was
saying that he can. I'm saying that's what it looks like. Whether that's what you wanted it to look like or your intentions or
no.
whatever,
I came
That's
in.
that's
what
what
it
I
it looked
is,
like. You
man.
used
no.
it
I
looked
came.
like you used your beef with Joe or whatever issues with Joe or with people to like fuel your comeback to like so people could like know who you are
So
because
here's the thing
now
about
you're
that.
gonna be associated with the girl who
I
got
got
beef
that.
with Joe.
So
Because a
let me
lot of
explain this
stories I
because
heard about it through you. I didn't
we
hear from
just spoke
nobody else.
about. Here's the thing. This is the catch 22 for what you guys keep saying. And we just talked about clout and how it pays nothing, right? And then we just talked. Joe just said, "Rock, you're not a content creator. You're not making content. You won't make content." So if that's all the case, right? And I have no desire to make content or start a podcast at this stage, right? What would be the benefit besides me like to say that
The benefit would be
oh my god,
I
you're still
am.
running the same
You there with
storyline.
a whole nother, you know what I mean?
Yo, Joe, check
No,
this
but
out.
listen to me.
So
You
here's the funny
there
thing
with
about
a
you.
whole nother
This is
top,
what's
You know what I mean?
Nah,
this is what's hilarious about you though. This
And
is
you
what's
It
are
gained
hilarious
you
about
tweeting
you.
about
followers.
me.
This is
It gained you followers because when you
but
came on
what
the
does
app, you
that
said that people
mean?
Oh,
Nothing.
listen.
boo. Come on.
Okay, you know what that mean if you
So
any if you're
let me
any
explain.
type
Let
of
me explain
somebody
something
on
to you.
social media,
Let
you
me.
know that followers are
But no,
where you get
I
your
don't get paid off of Twitter. In fact, this Twitter bullshit world over here, it really does me a disservice in my real world because in my real
well,
world
you
shit is a lot more elite and a lot more professional, and this is really bottom of the barrel shit, and people don't understand
that's
why
where you should probably take
I
your
entertain
talents
it.
then.
Say again.
That's where you should take your
No, it's
talents
not
then.
take my talent. My talent is there. I'm well paid and very well
Right?
taken
Well,
care of.
keep your talents,
And
I should say. Keep
yeah,
your
no,
talents.
100%. But I'm entertained by this side too. Like I'm never gonna forget where I came from. Have I evolved professionally? Absolutely. But this is entertaining. This is fun. All of us up here are weird in one way, shape, or form. The fact that we sit on the phone and talk to each other like all day long. So yes, I'm part of this weirdo dynamic too. I'm never gonna forget where I came from.
Yo, I'm still just sad about what happened to me, yo. That's all.
Yo,
yo, here's my thing. But here's my thing. Hold on.
Also, just to interject there, Joe, before Joe became who he is, the master podcaster and the multimillionaire, which I'm very
Ah,
proud of. Right, I'm proud that he made it this far because I was there for years and saw the work.
okay.
Right, I will say this: Joe would tweet a million tweets and be on Twitter all day long talking about everything and nothing, tweeting all day long. It made sense for him then, but now because he's super rich and has a podcast, he could tweet one tweet a day and get off and put his Jesus sandals on and go lay on the beach. That is a luxury that you have, but don't look down on the shit that everybody else does on Twitter because it's me.
I mean, that's
No, no,
one
no,
way to
no.
frame it. Or when it changed from Twitter to X and Elon got involved,
Don't do
algorithmically,
it.
it
I
no
don't even.
longer made sense for me to tweet that way. And that era is over, which is all kind of my point. Or everything that we're going to talk about, that era is ended.
Yeah,
And which means what?
it's over.
It's,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so
I'm
but
sad.
so
I'm still
why are we
sad.
talking?
I
Why
don't
are
give a
we
fuck what y'all
talking
talking about.
about this here now? Like,
Cause you was in spaces yesterday, apparently talking about saying getting some lies off, Rocky.
no, that's bullshit. That's
And
bullshit.
Rocky, you know what,
Joe,
Rocky? Here's the thing, Rocky.
no.
Okay.
Joe can't call me a liar in one breath and in the next breath say, "Well, I don't remember," because everything I said, me reiterating the story to him, I'm sure it rang a single bell, but it's not a detail that he's gonna hold in his head. He's had a million and one fucking podcasts since then, episodes since then. So of
Here's
course
the
he
thing.
might
Here's
not
the
remember the small time where he thought, "Oh, you know what? The irony if I threw Rocky in the fucking Usual Suspects poster would really like shake shit up a little bit." He may or may not remember that. But to call me a liar
No,
is a
that didn't happen.
gross use of vocabulary.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen because Maul was super against it.
Respectfully, no, that's a trick. That's a trick.
Oh no, I won't do it. But the joke, it was really Joe.
okay. Almost had you.
It
Almost
wasn't
had you,
because
nigga.
no. When you
Ah,
think
Almost
you
about,
had you.
clipper
but
niggas.
look,
Ah.
here's this too, and I won't say here's this too though.
Uh,
Just think about it from a creative standpoint. The usual suspects would be you, Parks, Rory, Moore, right, the whole setup, right? And then you throw the one person in the lineup who would be the Kaiser Sosa. It was a thought that you had that popped off that would have been
Rocky,
creative and
you have
fun.
an interesting job today, currently. Why
He
don't
does.
you talk about that side?
Because if the peoples
And
that
but
I've
here's my
created,
wait.
listen, if
Rocky.
I created a community or I become a part of a community that breaks down your podcast and I have little tidbits to add little gems for them.
Oh man, Rocky, you
Oh,
crazy.
this is
What the fuck you
nasty.
mean I'm
That's
Why
crazy?
did you
nasty.
talk? Hold on, let me just say that. Hold on,
This
mute.
is
Why?
And you
disgusting.
act
Why
like
you
that's
never
all
talk?
I fucking
Why you
talk
don't
about.
talk
I
about the
talk
money team?
about
Why you don't talk
mad
about the money
shit.
team? Why you don't talk about the money team?
Because the money team ain't over here. This ain't the money team over
That's
here.
that nigga life is more fascinating than how you was a part of
So
the
okay,
tribe at one point.
so when I go into the boxing spaces, I talk about him. I talk about Tank. I talk about AB. I talk about Roy
I
Jones.
but
never
do you
heard
ever
any
talk
It
about
Rocky.
good
depends
things
on the
that
stage in
transpired?
which the context of the conversation
Rocky,
is.
I did not.
So the fact
Listen,
that I can
Rocky,
add
wait,
context to each conversation is a
Rocky, that's
testament.
not true. You don't talk about Floyd at all, Rocky. You don't. You get away
If
from
I'm
that.
in
You do not.
boxing, if I'm in boxing rooms, I'm not gonna just casually talk about
But you
Floyd in
had to
rooms that
talk
have
about
nothing to do with
Joe.
boxing. But if I'm in podcast rooms and we're talking about podcast, why wouldn't I talk about the number one fucking podcast who I have some kind of lineage to? Not
Dig it
podcast,
up.
you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I'm on medication right now.
You don't say nothing about the money team, nigga. You don't
Because
want
it
to lose
wouldn't make
that
sense. And I don't understand why you would bring them up because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for the context of conversation ever. Now, if you were
because.
bringing up, if a fight was happening,
Hmm.
then I would have enough shit to say. But we're
But
not talking about boxing. We're talking
but
about podcasting. We're talking about content creation.
but here's the
And when his
thing.
name is
Wait, hold
brought
on.
up, I
You
do have
weren't. Hold on,
story
but
to
wait.
that.
When you talk about boxing, you're not a sports analyst, and you was a part of the life personally. So why do you don't talk about that? Your journey, how you navigated through that lifestyle, but
I
being
have, but that's the
being
thing.
around the number one boxer in
That's
the
the thing.
world.
I have. You have not been there for it because you're busy
I didn't
creating your
hear
own.
it. Send it to me now because I want to listen.
I don't
Because
have
when I asked,
recordings.
I found out on a humble, like, yo, she'd be, oh, word? Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
don't feel the need to just be like, oh, my right hand man is Mr. Floyd Mayweather. That doesn't even make sense.
but you talk
In
about
fact,
Joe and you
hold
don't
on. Here's
fuck with the
another thing.
nigga for 7 years.
Hold on. Here's the other thing. Part of my resurgence back to Twitter when me and Imani crashed out, that was the first card that Imani pulled in a very disparaging, degrading way. So of course I'm gonna be
Oh,
protective of
yes, my
that.
man.
Nah, Rocky, please don't, please stop. I don't want people to remember none of this shit. Leave me out
Yeah,
of this
no,
shit.
it was hard. So I came in
Nah,
with a boom. So
no,
I'm like,
Rocky,
and
that's not
I had to,
fair.
and to
Rocky,
mind you,
that's
I
not
had to
fair.
have that conversation. I had to first of all, I had to
Rocky,
have
that's
that
not
conversation
fair.
with that man, right?
Rocky,
Because
that's
of
not
course
fair.
that landed on his lap, and I had to have the
Rocky,
conversation with him. Like,
and yeah,
and
and
he doesn't understand why I would even put myself in position to be over here being degraded and talk to crazy when I have the accolades and credentials and professionalism to not have to deal with none of this shit. But what he
Could,
doesn't understand is this was a part of my history. I came up on radio. I came up on the Star. When I met Joe interviewing him at my radio show. So
Rocky,
mhm.
this is
who are
all
you
this.
telling this stuff to though?
What do you? What?
Her followers on Twitter, I guess, right? Like the rooms that you
Like,
create or have been in.
right, Joe.
But do you ever speak about good times between you and Joe, or
All the time.
okay?
Mm. You probably just missed the
His
nigga.
fans who well
It's
his
all right to
used to
miss
be
niggas,
fans who
yo.
I don't know what they are now because they still engage in the
No, no,
podcast.
y'all still fans.
Who is
It don't mean
y'all?
it
Who
don't
is
matter if
y'all?
You
y'all
are
are speaking
Rocky. Rocky.
No, no,
disparagingly.
no,
You're
don't do that. Don't try to disrespect me now because I'm not up here
wait.
disrespecting
Wait,
you.
wait,
Being
who?
a fan is
I'm
disrespectful.
yes, when yeah, when
Oh,
you
that's
using
crazy.
it
I didn't know that.
yeah,
I
when
didn't know that. I'm sorry.
that wasn't the basis of our relationship. We were friends. I
Yes,
wasn't a
and then
fan.
what? And then that fell to complete and utter shit, right? So, and it's been that way for quite some time. So
Okay.
that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, that's still a
But that
little odd.
So when Cameron or Mace or Nori goes in their goodie bag of history, because you what our friendship. So and it wasn't a one way thing. I don't want you to keep painting this picture like you were just this fly ass star and I was hanging on. We was trying to come up together. We were both in on the same level for a while. I was in better position in life than you were several times. And that was a part of our dynamic and our friendship.
Rocky,
Sometimes I
I
had it and sometimes you did.
your version of things
Don't do
is
that because
very
don't do that.
different from
Of
mine.
course it is. Of course
My
it always is. It
continuous
always
point
is.
is,
It always is.
what does any of it matter?
It doesn't matter. So why does it matter to
It
you?
no, it does because it continues to be a topic of discussion daily, sometimes hourly. And again,
No.
glad
Don't do
everybody could
that.
find their
Don't do
tribe.
that. You
But
just you're so witty with words and so you love to paint weird pictures, but saying hours on
Rocky
end
is
means
weird, girl.
you're weird.
Ay, Jesus.
If it was a part of my
It's a
history,
different weird. Like it's a really different weird. Like again, back to what
what
solid and
exactly is
sturdy
a
mean.
different what is a different weird about it, Joe?
I have not said a word about
That's a fucking lie
you
because you know what?
in ages.
You have brought me up on your podcast several times
Yo,
since the
Rocky. I
phone.
asked him the nigga
Wait,
Rocky,
was
you
Joe.
gotta stop. You
Yo, Rocky. I
gotta
asked him.
Joe,
stop.
He
you're
was
gonna tell
Rocky. Listen,
Joe, you're
listen.
gonna tell me That even
I
when I was managing, oh girl, wasn't you were bringing up my company name. So you had the power of the mic, and you've been able to say whatever you want, your little tidbits here and there, drop a little subliminal there. But when I do it, it's a problem. But you can do it whenever you feel like it, and it's not a problem because it's what you do.
Rocky, listen. I
No, no, no,
asked
no,
him
no, no. Wait,
about you.
let me have
Listen,
that ISO
listen,
with
listen. I
Joe.
gotta
Let me
say
have
this.
that ISO with Joe for a second.
Ah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Rocky. Go
There's
ahead.
no ISO. I
So
think that
Joe,
is a
so within
very
the year,
I think
within the
that is a
year,
very false parallel, but
no,
I mean
it's
it's
not a false parallel.
yours. It's yours.
Whenever you choose to say my name or say
Rocky, I don't
something,
say your name.
you have
I
Joe.
don't say your name. I don't talk to you. I don't talk about you. I
That's a
don't
fucking
gossip
lie.
about you. I don't tell people about
That's a
you.
fucking lie,
That whole
Joe.
run for me is
That is a
yesterday.
lie.
I'm
That's
telling
a
you something.
lie.
Hey,
That's
yo,
a
listen,
lie. You have
Rocky,
mentioned my name on your podcast
Rocky,
several times throughout the years. And I'm not saying whether it was good or bad. You have the right to mention my name or say something about me or drop a subliminal whenever you choose. Now, when I do it, it's weird. Like, that's not an even
Rocky.
playing
Well,
field.
You no,
Like,
you're
that's
right
all.
because
And I don't know what
you
narrative you're
just
trying to
said
paint. Like,
it.
what pointer you're
Mine
getting by
would be
trying to put this into a weird
circumstantial.
situation.
Mine would be happenstance. The sample size would be, let's say that's
So
happened
you're playing semantics.
3 times over 7 years. You, this is a daily, this is part of your daily routine. And when I say this is me, I'm this. Like this has, you're like engulfed in it. Like it's become, it's larger than you.
You're really overestimating and overvaluing yourself. If I'm in a room where people are talking about a podcast,
Nah, that's cat.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
niggas
no,
talk about,
no,
I'm
no.
y'all fucking life. Nigga, who you talking to?
Whose life? Who's y'all?
Me.
Who's y'all's? With me, I'm
You and
saying.
them.
The people that exhibit the behavior I'm talking about. Like I'm not putting names on bullets.
Why not
But
though?
this a
Why not though?
because it's beneath me.
Sure.
It's beneath me. That's why. Like this
So
again, this whole
so
conversation, like it's
so
nothing
look.
to I
So
mean
if
it's
this was a Prince room and they was talking about Prince music, guess what I'm gonna talk about every fucking time? Me dancing on stage at
Joe
Madison
Budden.
Square Garden with Prince.
Joe Budden.
Yo, but you've been trying to run this
You're gonna
narrative
talk
for
about Joe
years.
Budden in the Prince
You've been
room
trying to
So
run
and
this
how
wait,
we
so
listen
narrative
to
for
every
Purple
years,
day,
Rain
like I'm
so
together in the
protecting you.
every
But
rain.
meanwhile, the rejection all on your face, the egg on your. Why would you even? You want?
wait,
I
so
get what you're
every
doing.
day
I get
You're
they
what you're
talk
gonna
doing.
talk
every day
I
about
know what
you're
you're
me
in
in
a
the
doing.
Prince
room.
room. That's
I know what
facts.
you're
Wait,
doing. I know what
every
you're
day,
doing.
Rocky, you every day like you're in a spaces or whatever kind of room you're in, someone always ends up asking you about Joe.
No,
Or
Kate.
like often, like very often,
No,
they
Kate.
always bring up
So
something.
one of the guys who I've built a rapport with, I'll say his name, Danny from the stop. He does a Joe Budden, whatever the fuck.
He doing
Lit,
fucking
shut up, cause
ads.
I
This
really
is
I have
this
No,
is
no,
shut up,
Cake,
Lit.
Cake, mute up, Cake. Mute up real quick.
No, cause she's
Mute
answering my
up,
question
Cake.
and
Let
I
me
Mute
have
let
a
me
up.
follow up.
let me
Mute
answer the
up. Mute
question.
up. Mute
So
up. Mute up.
this is the
Rocky,
thing.
mute up.
This is
You
Mute up.
annoying. Look at
Mute
you
up.
flexing your power.
Mute
Fuck
up.
out of here.
Mute up. Mute up real quick. All right, God bless you. Rocky, what?
she asked me a question.
Did that like look Rocky, what?
This is why you gotta let her answer the what, so
Yo,
you
hold on,
could
hold on, hold on, hold on. No, no,
understand.
you keep on muting.
So
Rocky, what?
she asked if every day if I'm on certain stages if I'm asked about Joe specifically. No, I'm
Did you
no.
did you shout a nigga out? Like
Was that
I
considered
think
a shout out? I was just putting bullets
what
on the name because like, I just love
what
let
is
shit speak
wrong?
for
Like this is what I'm saying. Like, what is wrong with you, yo?
what is wrong with you?
You had
You just spent 2 hours with Ish and Ian talking about that dude on your stage. So now it's a problem?
what me?
You, Ish, and Ian were on stage for damn near 2 hours talking about the guy and his impact and his storytelling and whether he should be involved with you. Like, what? Why is this an issue now?
So
Did that not happen
Ian,
or did you forget that?
are you half white? Like are you half white?
Are we going to make sense of a conversation?
No, I am. I promise. Are you half white?
No.
Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that that's white people shit to shout out a nigga that because Ian brought his name up. I didn't. He brought his name up. Yo, da da da. Da.
But
We can
you no
speak
no,
about.
but Ian came in after Ish. Ish was talking about how he called the dude at his job. Like y'all had I walked
Yes.
in on a whole
Damn, I came back and
conversation.
Rocky fighting for her life.
What I'm saying. What I'm
So let
saying
me just
is
go back to Cake's question.
no. Hold on. Hold on.
Hmm.
These are the things, and Cake
This is like a fucking 5v1 while I got
Cakes.
pneumonia. This
No,
shit
it's
is
not.
crazy.
Cakes asked a great question. What I'm saying to you is that you doing that,
No, no, no. She didn't. She
right?
didn't make a statement. She asked a question. So I was. Let me ask the question.
But
Let
you
me answer the
shouting niggas
question.
out just to show like, oh, I shouted. You trying to save your spot over there? Look, I shouted y'all niggas
There's
out,
no
even though I'm begging.
saving. There's
I, I,
nothing that
I'm
man
I'm
can
shouting
do
y'all
for
niggas out, even though
me.
I'm begging to be down with niggas. Like that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do that. That's
Listen,
what I'm
listen,
saying.
listen. I think that's a really fucked up narrative for you to paint of me because nobody over there can do anything for me. Like I've been experienced in this game for decades before these guys even got a smartphone to do what they're doing now. What
But
they're
you're still
doing now
hanging
from
out
their
with them
basements, I
daily.
was in the fucking street doing. All that
But
crash
you,
out shit that you be doing outside in the shit, I did all of that, running around with a microphone in the rain. That's how I know half the people I know. That's how living the life I'm living now.
I got it, Rocky. Go ahead, Rocky.
Yeah, you making me lose my,
Respond.
my breath. Now hold
Respond
on.
to case. Respond to case question. Yeah.
God damn. Back
Respond
to
to that
you,
question.
Kate. No, people don't ask me about him every day. But the room where I now have a rapport with several people, the main host, the main person, just like Flip is the main person of this room, the main person is he does what are those you know when you what's the word I'm looking for? The YouTube
Reaction videos.
terminology when you break down someone else's fucking podcast. Now
I mean,
everybody's fucking
he a
stupid.
dick sucker though. I mean, we get it. We get what you're saying.
Whatever the case,
Yeah.
but whatever the case may be, he does
We ain't
reaction.
gonna
That's
do
what I'm looking
that.
for. Reaction.
He's
He has a
pseudo
reaction.
investigative, and
This
here she
dude.
go every time, drop of a dime. Oh, I
I'm
was there when Joe bought grits that
hold on,
time
hold
in the
on.
supermarket.
So
I was right there in the aisle when he bought his first Mike. She gonna be right there with a fucking cue up
yeah,
a
I
Joe
got
story.
some mad funny fucking stories about you. Mad stories
But
about
you're
you.
telling it to a nigga that's trying to that. Hey yo, listen. Let me
But
just
here's
say
no no
this
no
real
no
quick.
no no.
Hold on. I gotta mute her. Yo, this nigga, when my man was going through his shit, this nigga was playing narratives and trying to clean it up. Yeah, like you jacking shit. You always on the other side of the fence when it comes to disrespecting Joe. Period. You gotta stand on it. Either you miss the nigga, you want to be cool, so you can be cool, or you don't. My man going through shit. Y'all niggas is making jokes and saying funny shit about a nigga to put smut on his character. So then now when a nigga show him a lot of love and oh he's a dick rider, it don't make sense because at the end of the day, if I'm a dick rider, right, the love that you got and the admiration that you got for the nigga, but you're not able to say it, it makes you part of the club. These niggas say nasty things about niggas, man, and they use niggas is just too fly. If I was, that's why I had to register my voice. Niggas is just too fly to flag these niggas or take away their channel. But these niggas say a lot of shit that's nasty, bro. Pardon me. I'm sorry I had to get that shit off.
So
Rocky, it's
here's the thing,
nasty. You
and
know it.
Listen,
I would
sturdy.
100% ride with what you're saying, right? However, that is not the context of the conversation every time. Some of the shit be funny ass stories from the fucking compound. Some of the
Yo, you
shit
know
be
what's
just
funny? But so
so to say that
you're
I'm
not the
aligning with
only one with
disrespect.
like funny stories. You keep evading the point. The point is,
Mhm.
what be the point? Like we all got funny stories. My man Worm been over there since I could remember.
Worm has been
I've known him since I was fucking 14.
Worm has
He in
been,
there chilling.
and you know what?
Sturdy.
Me and Worm speak.
Sturdy.
Me and Worm
Could
speak
count
behind
on
the
that.
sines. Me and Worm, whatever.
You
Worm is
just
engaged. I'm not. Let me finish.
I don't know
Let
what you're
me.
doing.
There's a difference.
But whatever you're doing is
Has
not
Worm
how you
ever been?
make your
No, no, no,
living.
no, 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 no. Two things about it. One, has Worm ever been a personality? Two, has Worm?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Has Worm's career as a personality ever been dismantled by the person he was a friend with? Absolutely not.
I can't speak for that. I can't speak for
Well,
that man. But has he
I
ever
can
been
speak
a
for.
personality? Yes. Has he ever picked up and moved to an entirely different city and with aspirations of being in entertainment? Yes.
But
Has
so
his
my
life
question
been
is
rooted in that? Has
why
he
aren't
traveled the world on stages? Has he been there through the ups, through the downs,
Guam
when
is a
we
great
needed a
person?
hit, when we was
Sure.
up, when we was
Yes.
broke?
Yes.
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 You don't hear a peep. Know why?
So
Sturdy. What the fuck is the point?
what sturdiness are you expecting from me as far as telling stories that were involved my life?
No, sturdy is an inward thing. It's not about expectation, right? Like what I'm saying about you, is my just rule of thumb when it comes to discernment. Period. If anybody came around with a bunch of war stories from the last 15 years every fucking day and
That's
hour
it.
about
But
them,
you see,
somebody, I'm
but
gonna say, yo,
but,
dog, you cool?
but you
Like,
know
get the
what?
fuck out of here.
What I think is foul
Get your
about that,
goofy ass up the
when
fucking
I think
street with all of
when
this
I
shit.
think that
Tell me about today.
ain't
Tell me
nobody
about
got no fucking
tomorrow.
war stories, Joe. What are you talking about? Why are you painting this narrative like I got war stories about you every day? That's bullshit. Because if you eavesdropping like you say you have been, then you know I be telling all kinds
I
of
think
fucking
that's cap.
stories.
I think that's cap.
That's
I
cap. So
think I
you
think
don't never hear none of the funny stories.
I think
You don't
that
ever hear none of the funny stories. You
I
don't hear
think
none of the
that
stories about how when the police came to the house, they
93%.
tried to put $5,000 to bail your ass out of jail. I don't tell
Rocky,
none of
if
the
we
shit.
don't speak anymore,
But
then
it
why
doesn't.
do we
But who
speak?
are you to
Period.
tell me?
Wait, I didn't tell. I didn't tell nothing. I asked. But I mean, you immersed yourself in a community that you called mine with all of this smear shit.
There is
So I
no
mean,
smear.
I'm not telling you anything.
So those people weren't a part of your JBTV community when I came
Those
in the room.
people are still a part of my community. I
Yeah.
don't
So
care
then
whatever
why?
they
So
call
then
themselves. If
why?
you sit on this app every day and talk about me, yes, you are
I don't sit
somewhere,
on this app
somewhere
every
on the
day and
family
talk
tree.
about you, Joe.
Yes. Yeah.
I
No,
think
I
sometimes
don't.
it's okay to just not
You're
answer
overestimating your value to
or
me.
talk about that situation. If you no longer cool
I
with
think the
somebody, I don't
irony
want to
of this whole
talk about nobody I'm not
conversation
cool with no more. Good
was
sense,
that
bad sense,
it
nothing.
was being said that Flip was dick eating Joe, and it sounds like it was the opposite way around.
Yeah, because there's a value proposition that comes along with Joe Budden war stories, hating Joe Budden, critiquing Joe Budden,
Oh, for
having some
sure,
tea on
for
Joe
sure. But
Budden.
that
Like
comes with
there's
the
a
territory.
so
You know
I
that. You
wish
know that that's
people
part of the
would
business.
just stand on their own body. And
But
if you're
see,
not, then say that, but don't paint it
the
as
part is,
something
here's the
else.
thing. The thing is that you're conflating two different things. Standing on my own is what I do. Me telling stories
That
about
wasn't
a
directly to you, but go ahead.
okay, okay, because I just think conflating the two with like real lifestyle, real getting money, shit that really means something that actually pays these bills and gets to it has absolutely nothing to do with the little
See, look,
insignificant time I spend
see, that's where the
on
fun is.
Twitter. No, no, no.
That's my point. That's where the fun is. So you could come on here
I
with
see
all
now
this Joe
you
Budden
talking like
yada
you
yada.
bigger than Twitter, or like you're looking down on the people on Twitter. Like what you got in your regular life is like this little insignificant, but then you come on here and you in these
Yeah, no,
spaces with these
because
people. And don't
100%.
hold on. You're in
So let
these
me ask
spaces
you.
with these
So
people,
how much
and
does your Twitter life? How much does your Twitter life affect your real life, Cakes?
social media doesn't affect my real life at all.
Exactly. Insignificant. Entertainment. Fodder.
Yeah, but I'm
Play,
not
play.
gonna call it insignificant because I come on here to
I
have
can
fun. And
though, but I will. I don't know what you're going to do, but what I'm going to do is say that this is the insignificant time of my life when shit gets serious and shit gets real, and I go to get that money. I'm not on
Mhm.
Twitter. You guys might not hear from me for 2 weeks at a time. I come back and they be like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to you? I was getting to the money." This is play. This is entertainment. This is for fun. This means
But
absolutely
why
nothing
you
to me.
don't for fun talk about
Yo,
you?
Cake,
But here's the
I can't
thing.
hear Cake.
I
Cake, send a
do.
request. I can't hear
See,
her.
I
that's the
didn't say
thing. I
nothing.
do.
And I'm
You're
done because
you're
I don't
not.
want to be circular with this.
Send a
You're not
request,
in
Cake. I
tune.
can't hear you.
Your thing is that you
Uh-huh.
tap in. You tap in for the moments where the title might change, which is very, very intentional on the host part, right? So I can be in a room for 5 hours straight, kiki and joking about all kinds of shit. And then something about the podcast come up, and I might have something I could throw in like a little gem for the people because that's what
I,
they're here for. They love that shit.
yeah,
And the
Yeah, but
title will
for
change,
something to
and
be
you
so
tune in. But
insignificant, you
that's
spend a
all you get.
significant amount of time on it, like
yeah.
5 hours. You're just sitting on Twitter, like.
Like
No,
a
but you're
gym for
running
the people?
Joe.
Oh
Yo,
my
hold
God.
on, quick, y'all.
You're so full of
Yo, hold on.
shit. You're so full of
We
shit. And
got,
if
we
you
hold
want
on.
to believe
Wait,
that, sis, you go ahead and believe that. But
listen.
I've been in Queen's Flip's room for hours on end, and they mentioned Joe one time. Several times I've been in here with Joe on the stage, and they say shit to him, but he'll say my name. Rocky got old ears. Like, why you even saying you said my name? You trying to engage with me? Stop this trolling shit, Joe. Shut up.
Hey, yo, hold on. No hope, slander. Yeah.
I just want to say this. I know of Rocky because you engaged in a whole Twitter space where you went out of your way to interview a dude whose claim to fame was a little baby interview, and you shitted on Joe for an hour, and then you blocked me when I went up there to defend Joe, and you blocked five other people like same day from our
Oh
community who
yeah, that
tried to
nigga.
defend
Oh,
Joe.
I
So again,
forgot.
I think that's weird.
I ain't hear nothing.
Before you pieced it up as Queen, I think it's weird that you come on this app and consistently say the JBP has shit to do with you and it's insignificant and you only see
That running
clips
that
when you
storyline five, that's
continue
just
have
bullshit. Who the fuck talks
you
about anybody for
continue to have
5 hours
live
straight? Knock it
apps
off.
about this man.
Nah, listen, and Chloe,
Rocky, you can't hear her?
Nah,
you didn't hear
Damn,
her
I
for
heard
real?
her.
no, I didn't.
Damn.
Hey yo,
She just
hey yo,
packed
no,
your ass up too, I ain't gonna lie.
Rocky, you didn't hear her for real? You trolling?
No, I'm dead ass.
Hey yo, no hope,
It's for sure, troll.
no hope. Come back up. Let me
If
see.
she got a
You
block, if
sure,
she got a
Rocky? Or you
block, she
trolling?
not going to hear. If she got a block, she not going to hear her.
Rocky, you heard her?
Nah, I didn't hear nothing.
Now she blocked me for
Well, what
defending
the
Joe
fuck
in the
motherfuckers
space.
getting at me for? Hold up.
No, if somebody got you blocked, that don't mean you don't
Yeah,
hear him. No,
come
that's
back,
a
come
lie.
back
And
here,
I
If
ain't
you
girl.
got
don't
nobody
hear,
blocked. Ain't nobody blocked on this fucking
You
stage.
know, 2 more hours, make it count.
Yeah. Yo, chill out, Joe.
Fuck out of here, Joe. You
We
just
got.
needed some more
Hey
action.
yo,
Shut up.
hold on,
Two more
hold on.
hours, make it count,
Hey
y'all.
yo, she's back up. Go ahead, no hope. What you said, baby girl?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear her,
Does
Rocky?
everybody in the room hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up?
The issue I have with you is when you have started you started a space, you went out your way. This is before you pieced it up with Queens, before he was doing an active space when he was just shitting on niggas who was going crazy at him. You started a space with some dude whose claim to fame was like some fucking little baby interview, and you shitted on Joe for like an hour space. So me and five other people from the community
That's a
came.
fucking
We
lie, and
came
I
to
could pull that one. I could pull that
well,
one.
you
That's a
should
Let her
pull
fucking
it
finish.
lie.
up.
Let her finish, Rocky. Let her finish.
But go ahead.
When I was in the comments and five other people from the community, we commented like, "What is your issue with Joe? Like, why do you consistently bring this man up? You blocked us all, and then you went out your way to join the WeWorks community to continue to shit on Joe." So it's weird to me when you
Who
say
the
like,
fuck goes
"Oh,
out their way?
the
You press a
JBP is
fucking
so insignificant and I
on
don't care
button.
about Joe," when you consistently revolve on this app and talk about this man. And I'm just a fan, so I could imagine how it feels to be connected to this man and have to hear this shit every day.
I just feel
So
like
what is your question? You're asking a
there's no question.
question,
She made a
or
statement.
because
I think.
no? So here's the thing. So if I'm gonna critique something, if it's good, if it's good. If it's bad, if it's bad. If you, there's gonna be both sides of the coin with everything. I on that same stage. If you're talking about with Loon, I went back and forth with Loon on how Joe went about creating the community that he did on Twitter. Like I
But
was
Rocky, I hear
rocking.
you. My issue with you was when we came to give a critique, you blocked us from having an opinion on your pod or space
No,
or whatever you want to call it.
I blocked you. You might have gotten preemptively blocked because you was just with a team of people that was just like fuck that whole
No, I'm
team
by
over there.
myself. I don't have a team on space. It's
So
just me.
whatever the case may be, I preemptively strike people left and right. I'm like, all right, she get along with this one. I think this bitch is a bird, so two birds of a feather. Boom, you out of here. It's just simple as that.
I
I
got a
think.
question,
Simple as that.
Rocky.
Oh yeah, 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 Milky.
This became a fucking 20v1 for
No,
what
no, no.
though?
I ain't here to jump you. I ain't gonna get my kicks in. I promise. Well,
Right.
it's not intentional. But so if you over it, right, and y'all agree that y'all really not fucking with each other, not vibing with each other, why don't you just like stay away from the convos? You know what I'm saying? Because you got other shit to talk about and to offer, right? So whether it's brought up or not, you can choose not to interact with it, so it's not giving off the impression that like it's obsessive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see that type of shit doesn't bother me. Like people who are obsessed with someone who they've never met, who pay their money to listen to them talk, or they could never call me obsessed. Like that shit doesn't. If I'm a personality, right? One, two. If it was a part of my life, I'm not talking about bits and pieces that I saw on TV and I'm gonna sit on stage all day long and talk about a TV show I watched from my house that was filmed in Los Angeles. No, I'm talking about bits and pieces of my life, shit that was funny to me, things that was entertaining to me, things that was rough for me. It's my stories. I don't tell stories about, oh, once upon a time I heard that this nigga was over here buying crack in Jersey City. Nah, I talk about the times that directly involved my life because
Right.
things directly involved my life.
But if he's saying, "Hey, I don't speak on you. Why do you keep speaking on me?" It's
Because
giving obsessive.
one that's a lie
Why not just stay away from it? Because you have so much, you have way more to talk about. I
for
promise you
sure.
that. I
For
know
sure.
that for a fact.
But
So it's
because
like,
one, it's a lie.
why not steer away from the conversation just to avoid the extra? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I get you. But one, that's a lie. He speaks on me whenever he chooses to, right? Two, his reasoning for not speaking on me is to devoid me of the shine that I deserve and that I earned that he would never give to me. So there's a strategy as to why he won't.
Oh, we got him. We fucking got her. We got you.
You got me?
We fucking got you. Raquel Rodriguez Jr.
You
We got
yes.
you. Uh,
Yes.
it's- uh,
So he
Ro-
intentionally
Rocky, I
he
can't, but I
intentionally
respect, Rocky, you know I respect that. We fucking got you. I-
okay. How did you get me?
Yo, that's,
How did you get me?
he got you.
Look,
Imani, we got It's over.
stop. You
Yeah,
be amping up
I
shit.
wanna,
Sorry, but that's, I
I
can't believe
wanna
you said
flip,
that.
flip.
The
I
I
think
wanna
nigga,
he
dead.
just a guy.
the nigga
I wanna
intentionally
dead
leave
this
you out so you
convo.
won't get your shine.
Oh my
For
god.
sure. For sure. You know motherfuckers be like,
Rocky, you are
nah.
a legend, son. I never heard no shit like that before.
People do that shit all the time.
No.
People don't say your name in the rooms that you belong in because they try
Oh
to block your
shit.
shine.
Oh
It's
Why
what
do
it
you
yo.
belong
is.
in his rooms if y'all don't fuck with each other? And it's like the
I
topic
didn't
isn't
say
about
belong in
you.
his rooms. What are we making this very?
No,
I
you
think you
want
guys
him
are
to. You
kind of
said
screwed.
he doesn't speak about you because he
Wait,
doesn't want you to
you
get
about
the
to say what
shine.
I want? You wouldn't know what I want.
Mm.
You just said that. You said he doesn't talk about you.
I said it is a
Want me to get the
strategy for
shine that I
him not
deserve
he. It is a strategy for him not to speak on me at this time where he has the elevated platform,
to give you the
so that I
shine that you
don't get
deserve.
the shine that I deserve for
Which
sure.
means you
So
want
do
him
you
to
feel
talk about
slighted?
you in those rooms so that you can get recognized and talk like what like that's the same
But
shit.
let me ask you. This is a question I keep on asking because it's like you're making statements and asking questions at the same time. The
Mm-hmm.
question has to come from a non-biased point. The question should be, hey, do you ever talk about other things? And I can say yes, and I can tell you 1,000 things I talk about. But what you're doing is why don't you ever talk? You're making a statement and you don't know that to be true. You've never heard me in other rooms, and you've never heard me talk about Joe for 5 hours at a time either. But you're riding on that
I
train.
never said that you talk only about Joe because I specifically asked
Okay,
you, and I asked you
so
if you talk about good things
So
too.
the question
Why do
is,
you care
I
if Joe
spend,
if
I spend,
care or not?
I don't care. I don't care.
It sounds like you do a little
I
bit.
made mention of his strategy, but do I care? No, because it doesn't affect me either way. I made it to the levels that I was supposed to be at anyway.
Hey, yo, hold on. I had to mute everybody real quick. Shout out to Cake. Cake asking the questions. Shout out to everybody. In closing, for me, Rocky, I do think you're a nice person. I want to say that, Joe, when I ask Joe questions, he doesn't tell me anything. I don't want to talk about it. So he practiced that in real life. Whether it's a plan, whether it's meticulous, whatever you call it. But what I'm looking at is a pattern, Rocky, and the pattern is you just have, like, even the stories that I heard, you just have a way of standing on the opposite side of shit if it's either convenient or if it makes you feel good in that moment. It's no longevity for you. Like, you'll come in my room, be cool with me, and then go on the spaces and talk shit about me after you came up with a deal with me. You don't have, you just not built from that cloth. And if you are built from that cloth, you just pick and choosing. Obviously, some people mean more to you in life than others, and you just from a different realm than niggas is used to. It's not a bad thing. It's just cool. You look at it different from how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's bad. I don't think you're bad. I think you're actually cool and you're funny. I can say that publicly. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, when I look at it, when I watch how you move, it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying, you bash somebody and they come around and then hoping for a conversation is like you are part of that same society where negativity spreads faster than positivity, right? Where negativity only gets you attention, and if you say positive things, it won't. But a nigga like Joe, he has built this community, and you're in the community that follows him. So you're gonna fall to the side because at the end of the day, those people do not make up the mass audience. It's a spect. So all you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot by aligning with them initially and aligning with them if you really miss your friend. If you really want to have a conversation, there's plenty of other ways you could have went around or tried to speak or send a text or other things instead of taking the stance that you took. And the shit that I heard about took a long time. I don't want to get into that, but it's just sometimes we like to be wrong and strong, or we have our own view of things. And I just feel like this is the end for me on this topic. While I do like you and I think you're cool, I just feel like you should take another angle if love and appreciation and recognition. you want from if that's what you want from Joe. And I'm done.
All
Nigga,
right.
fuck
So
you being done, nigga.
here's the thing. What I find to be funny is just I don't know if this is COE or what, or there's some trolling shit and y'all just trying to build up a storyline because if that's the case, one, give me examples of outside of the initial crash out, right, that took place, my big kaboom back on the Twitter, right? Outside of that, there's been several times where I've had conversation. Again, the context of the conversation is based on the platform that I'm on. So if I'm on your stage, Flip, and you're talking about whatever the fuck, I've engaged with you on all types of topics, whether I'm involved in it in my real life or not, right? If and when you do bring up Joe, if I have something to say, I say it. There's never been no harm, no foul. You've never been like, yo, you disrespecting my man. So what are we even talking about here? Like y'all carrying on this narrative like I be kicking this nigga in his back all day long, which is not the fucking case. I had a crash out moment and it was it was a moment that I had, which I take accountability for. Maybe I could have handled that in a different way. But we both done some ill shit to each other on both sides. So me having conversation in rooms where 90% of the time the topic of conversation is podcasts and other celebrities and what's happening in social media, and I have something to contribute to it because I was a part of it, I was there, I was ingrained in the story, I'm going to speak on it, and I don't give a fuck who got something to say about it. Because typically people sign up and listen to whether it's fucking Miss Jones or Wendy Williams or Nori or whatever, and they want to hear the stories of the past. They want to hear the fucking history, and nobody is ever really there to push back and be like, "But why are you talking about me?" No, people are there to hear it. But everybody's taking this counter position with me now because Joe's in the room, and it's like, let me just align with Joe. Why are you talking about him? The same reason why he talks about other people. Same reason why everyone is in these rooms talking about other people and other people's lives. This is what you do on social media.
I do want to
But
say
the
this to
only
you,
difference, the
Rocky.
only difference between me and the fucking 500 people in this room is I was actually there. I actually have a right to speak on shit
I
It's
because
eight.
my time, my money,
I do
all
want to say
things were
this. When I hear
invested.
you on Queen's page and you just talking about your shit and you just getting your bag, like I think that's dope. But to me, it's
Appreciate it.
weird when people have objective views about you in Joe's situation. Like you block us out, and that's cool. That's your choice. You get on your app, you could block. I block. I'm all for that. But to me, it's like you're a journalist, and I respect journalists as such. So for you to block other people for having an objective view is kind of nuts to me. That's all. That's just my beef.
And you know what? I'll take the time to process that. I appreciate that.
Rocky. I don't think it's the fact that you're sharing your stories. I just think that people know that you have so much more to offer than just stories about you and Joe. And so I think that's where you're getting the backlash is because he's not the only person that you've been around that you can like
Right.
tell stories about and like people can relate to. You know what I'm
And you know
saying?
what? And if I answer that and from not coming from a defensive place, I don't know if I was getting jumped up in here.
No,
I,
you
I,
good.
I
You know
agree.
right.
I agree. And I will say that 90% of the stories that I don't tell because I have a slew of them. I'm literally sitting on multi-million dollar publishing deals right now is I'm saving my shit for where it's not the free ski. So those are free stories. This is his communities, this is his people. It's free for y'all. Y'all into the Joe universe, the Joe podcast. These are little gems for y'all. If that ain't working for y'all, if y'all not feeling it, that's fine. Cool. It's no harm, no foul to me. But I get what you're saying. But the other stories, the other dynamics, the other levels, experiences, and shit that are like really made for silver screen, I keep those cuffed because there's a dollar value attached to them shits, and there's a rollout and a time for that.
But you do
So,
realize that you're a
Mm.
part of the Joe universe as well, right? Because you keep saying y'all like as if you're outside of it. But you knew this man, y'all did whatever y'all did together, y'all worked together. He and you know he's a part of your life, just like you're a part of his, which is why you say these stories to people that makes you a part of his universe.
well, it's not.
Because
I
it's kind of
feel
like you calling us like fans, and you like no, I'm like
no.
you are
You know
like
why?
you
You
get
know
what I'm
why I take
saying?
that
Like
stance. You know why I take that stance is because it feels very again. y'all as fans, y'all are outside spectators, and y'all know Joe from his come up. Like I, my friendship was established. I was already on my way. He and I were in the same predicament when we met, where we were trying to get our footing in certain things. We built together. We know each other's families. Like, and not to be specific, I've had a brilliant, beautiful sisterly love with his mother for years. Like, we not just like, hey, we're social media friends, or we gonna stop by and go to the club.
That makes you even more
Like,
part of his universe, though. I don't mean that in a dissing way. So,
I don't want to be a part of his. We were part of each other's.
okay, so
It's
when I
not
say
a one
that,
sided
it's
thing.
not to negate the other, but I'm just saying you keep trying to separate yourself, and you're not separated in it. Like,
Coming now. All right, y'all. I
All right,
want to
hold on,
move on
Cakes.
from
Can I
this,
let
man.
me
Like,
just
there's
say
so
something
much
real
shit.
quick?
Yo, Rocky,
So
man, it's all
I
love,
think
man.
the
It's love.
problem
It's peace,
for
yo.
maybe
I'm saying
most
you
people,
still on
I
there.
don't
You said
even
it's a 20
care
v
about
one,
the
30 v
stories.
one,
I
maybe.
just don't like where
You
it's
gonna talk
shared.
about it with your other?
Like,
It's
You gonna talk about it?
stupid.
like,
Flip, can
hold
you
on.
hear Imani?
No, I didn't hear.
Y'all
Yo,
both talking. I don't
come
know.
in.
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all both talking at the
Come
same
back.
time.
Oh shit! Oh, I ain't hear my
Oh,
man.
I
Hold up.
can't hear Flip. My
Come
bad.
back. I ain't hear my brother. I don't want no problems, man. We good. I'm good, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? That's love. It's love, Rocky. It's love.
I
It's
mean,
love.
I'll be like, again, we gone through some fucked up things. Joe's done some fucked up shit to me, and I in turn have done some fucked up shit to him. But to completely negate the fact that we were very, very, very close friends, he might switch that up now because that's what he does. He likes to, downplay shit. But his family, I absolutely love his family. From his little brother, sister, father, auntie, all of the like we've spent Thanksgivings together, cooked together, damn near lived together. So yeah, for me to pretend like okay, there isn't a gap with our friendship, like diminishing, that would be a fucking lie.
Yo,
Yeah,
can you hear me? Rocky, you hear me? Yo, yo.
Yep.
Oh, you hear me? Um, yeah, I mean, all this shit to me is trivial, and I already expressed how I feel. I just don't think the people on the other side where you probably engaged and had more of a better interaction with. I just don't think they should be privy to them stories because them niggas don't got a real respect for us, whether they fans or not, or whether they build community. They don't fuck with us and they don't really want to see no good come across us. So fuck them getting insights of what our relationships were. Even if there's no friendship there should still be some level of respect. And the respect part comes in them not being privy to certain shit. So that's the only thing I would say about any of all this shit. Other than that, I don't really give two fucks about this. I think this shit is trivial and people
yeah.
gonna feel how they feel. But
Can I?
fuck them. Like for me, them
Big
niggas
E.
don't respect us. They don't have a respect for us. They don't speak about us in a respectful way, which is why I call them dick eaters. And I think the dick eaters should never be privy to the stories or the passionate moments that we have with each other. That's just how I feel. So we can take it.
But let me ask you a question. See, because
Rocky, did you wipe your tears, yo? You was crying just now, yo. I feel it.
no, you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
You got
I
emotional. No, I
really
felt it.
do not.
You okay? Like it really means something to you, your friend. I appreciate you being vulnerable. All jokes aside, like I hear the vulnerability and I appreciate it, and I can see it means something to you. So I just want to make sure you're alright. She really got emotional, yo. Like I feel it. I'll cry too. I mean, but Rocky, maybe sometimes we make. I get it. Talking about the past make you emotional. You try to fight strong, girl. Just let it out. Let it out, bro. Damn, E, yo, E, you made Rocky cry, nigga. You a fuck up. E.
No, I did it. No, listen, let me tell you, I made it very clear. I'm not the person to pick sides because if my friend fall out with somebody, I can't still be cool or be
You told me
cordial
that.
or give them respect. Look, we just got to exhibit that same level of respect we have for each other in friend. Well, we don't have to. But if I still have
But maybe that time in her life was real
yeah,
monumental.
but that's cool. But if there's still some level of respect for each other, then there's just certain things I think people expect. So no, I would rather you not share the sentimental moments with niggas that I know don't
So,
fuck with me, because them niggas just gonna
so
take that
Imani,
shit
here's
and
the
use it
thing.
for bad. Like that's all I care about. Other than that, I don't. This shit is all fun and entertainment. But them niggas is dick riders. Them niggas is dickheads. I don't fuck with them. If I ever saw some of them, I might want to slap the shit out of them. So I don't want them niggas knowing shit about me or them sharing sentimental moments between us as friends. That's just how I feel. Joe don't. That's not speaking for Joe and nobody else. That's it.
I'm not, and I hear you, Imani, and I know where you're coming from. Um, I don't believe that. that side over there that you're talking about is really the arch enemy either. I think they are still fans. They listen to the podcast. They like, but they're doing their own version of what they believe entertainment to be, right?
Yeah,
The
Rocky, but you
same
can't be
way,
a fan of niggas and disrespect niggas and then think that we're supposed
but
to.
they do it all the Monty. That's the name of the
No, I know,
game.
but
This
you
is
don't have to.
this.
But as a person, you don't have to accept it, and you don't have to communicate with it either, or look at him like, oh, you're my fan. Then don't be my fan. And I'm not saying fans of me because them niggas ain't fans of me. They fans of Joe and everything attached to him. But I don't have to accept it and be like, okay, well, cool, you're a fan, and you're allowed to play a part of the game of disrespect. No, I can then say, fuck you. I think you a dickhead. I think you a dick rider, and I don't want you to ever be a part of my circle or community. That's
Maybe I'm
me, not
oblivious,
Joe.
or maybe I'm oblivious, or maybe my limitations or my skin is a little cut different. But I don't really be hearing them disrespecting shit. They be gigging on the podcast and the topics y'all bring up, but I don't hear them personally disrespecting
Rocky,
y'all like
I've heard niggas literally say shit that they would never say to someone's face. You know the difference between niggas being funny and niggas being disrespectful. Like 100%.
yeah. But if we're talking about like the actual host, like there's mainstays on those stages, right? So if we're talking about the mainstays, the host, this I don't really be hearing no real disrespect on a personal level. It might be a counter opinion of what y'all are saying on the podcast.
I think the thing is, it's not really what the host is saying, but whatever goes on in a room, the host has control over it. So if it's a narrative being pushed in a room, then that's the narrative of the room. And if you guys had like a friendship or whatever, even if y'all not cool right now, that's where it's like you're in there entertaining that whatever narrative is being pushed.
Hold
Rocky,
on,
you know,
hold
Rocky,
on. That's Champ. That's Champ.
Rocky,
Hold on.
you know I know,
Yo, yo,
you know
yo,
I
yo, yo,
know.
yo, yo, yo. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. That's Champ.
That's who?
I don't know. Yo,
Mm.
Flip, I'm gonna
You,
fuck you up.
you five for making Rocky cry, son.
No,
So
you
what
know what it
Mookie
is,
said is right.
cause a lot of the
Nah,
conversation, a lot of listen, Flip, a lot of the conversation them niggas have over there, the way they have it, the condescending the way they do it, the things they say, they wouldn't be able to have that same conversation in people's face because they know niggas would take it as disrespect. That's why I don't respect it. If niggas want to talk about what niggas do on the pod, I fully feel like everybody on that pod,
hello,
the
man.
way they talk up there, they would talk that same way with the guests and everybody else in front of them. That's how I feel. These niggas won't do that. So that's why to me, automatically disrespect. If you're not willing to make that same joke to my face because you know it's gonna make me feel away, then you're being disrespectful. So now just don't talk about niggas. And when you do, just understand that we gonna feel how we feel about it. Or me. I'm not saying we. Me. I'm gonna
I
feel
got
how I
you.
feel about it.
I got you, E. But like I said, in closing for me, she shed tears, my nigga. It's over. It's over. It's over. We got it. She got emotional. Maybe she realized it was a mistake. Like, yo, I should have never lied. It happened, nigga. Like, we go raw and shit all the time. E, look, we got burnt now. Look, now we got babies and burnt.
What?
Yo, that's a nasty analogy, but I
I
feel
know.
you
I'm
though.
just, I feel
Nah, that
bad
was
for her though,
nah.
nigga. She could, yo, E, this how I caught her crying. When you called her, you said, Rock, you heard me? Yeah, yeah. She tried to mute. Girl, we heard.
This nigga Flip is stupid, yo.
I felt
Little
bad.
mid, little midday mess.
You said what, Joe?
A little midday mess, man. Something like real quick.
Joe, you made that lady cry, Joe. I'm gonna fry you up in person. You
I was
made it.
on mute. I was on mute.
Joe, you made that lady cry. You tried to erase. You tried to
I
erase that
don't. I
history.
want no parts of whatever conversation that is. To each
Got
his
you.
own.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got their own view and perspective on things, and I got mine, and that's it.
Shout, yeah. Hey, yo, Mac, what up, Mac? You said, what up, Mac?
What's up, Flip?
How you doing?
I called you yesterday. I called you this morning too. You didn't return my calls.
I'm intentionally ignoring you because you didn't wake up out your sleep to have a conversation with me.
You called me a dusty bum bitch and hung up the phone on me.
I, oh, shit. Why would you?
Yo, what?
Damn it, Jim.
Yo, nah, Flip, you out of line for that.
And there
Hey,
was
hey,
some there
Monty
were
told me to
some
call you that.
other
Yo, don't do that.
Imani. Imani?
I would never talk about
Imani?
Mac like that, nigga. Don't listen to him, Mac. I
All
never
because
said
I
no shit
wouldn't
like
wake
that.
up from my nap. All because I wouldn't wake up from my nap for you.
Yes.
No,
Yo,
really.
Kate, not
I
Kate,
came
Mac,
in.
Mac, why you shit on me and say, yo, you wanted to put some other niggas in the room because you don't want to be in the room with a light skinned
Can I say something? Can I ask a quick question?
nigga?
All right, Rocky. Rocky, you back on the conversation? Yeah, Rocky, what up, gang?
Yeah, no, because when I walked back in, I heard Joe say, "Hello, God damn it."
We can hear you. Oh. Rocky, why you did it to Imani, Rocky? I mean, not Rocky. Mac, why you did it to Imani?
Well, I mean, light skin is not really my. I mean, I like light skin, but
Why y'all get away with saying that?
no,
Because if I said it the other way around, you know niggas would kill me, right?
no,
That's not
no, no.
nice.
Okay, no, you are right. For
Yeah.
others, yes, but I am a supporter of preference. So I'm not the
Oh.
person that would get upset about
So
something
I
like
could
that
tell you that
because
behind
I feel
I
like,
could tell you that behind the scenes then.
but because it's like I feel like as long as you talk about who you do like, you don't have to talk about the people that you don't like to talk about the people that you do like. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah, but when niggas could put one and two together, if you say, yo, you got Imani in the room, but you gotta put some dark skinned niggas in there. Then that's you kind of saying you don't really rock with them.
See, but I wouldn't say that because I do because my baby daddy is light skinned. My kids is light skinned. You know what I'm saying? But I like mine a little bit more on the
I can get a tan before the first.
I like a little bit more scruff.
Oh, you say I'm too clean.
A little
All
scruffiness,
right, so
you
all right,
know.
so what I gotta do to add some scruff? I gotta get a go. I gotta get nasty goatee or something. What I gotta do?
You gotta go get a face tat.
All right,
No, I already have the face tat. So no, 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 no,
all right.
no.
So how could you scruff me up? Let's.
Maybe
How would you scruff me up?
maybe skip out on your lineup this week
Oh shit, my shit
for a
receding. My
little.
shit receding. Does that count?
What?
I know you fucking
Uh,
lying.
why, Imani?
What?
What?
Listen, I'm trying to
Oh
figure out
shit.
how could I walk into the room and make. How could I walk into the room and make the time
He
more
came in with
pleasurable?
some new type of taper fade the other day.
Yeah, my shit was wavy. I ain't gonna lie.
His shit. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I see where you're trying to take the culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. I saw that same shit. He tried to freak it on it.
He
yeah.
going crazy.
Nah,
So we have
I
a
just want to know,
conclusion.
how could I make myself more scruffy for Max liking? That's what I want to know.
I mean,
But why
I
would
feel
you want
like
to
I've
change who you are
Yeah,
for
I feel
Max
like
liking?
maybe she might
Just for
like
the
you
day.
in
Just for the
right.
day.
person. I feel like just come as you are. She might jack you in person.
Nah,
Like,
Max met me
No,
before.
I mean we already have met each
oh,
other in person, so
okay, never
that's
mind
not
then.
the
Never
issue.
mind. Let me mute up.
Yeah, I just need to know for that day, for that
I
24
feel like you've
hours.
already I feel like you've already expressed your liking for a certain, person,
Oh
and
yeah, Asia.
I'm
Oh
not a
yeah,
Oh
supporter.
nah,
Asia.
oh nah,
I'm not a
Yeah.
nah, she
supporter
nah,
of that.
nah, she nah.
Oh.
I dropped her.
I'm not a supporter of
Nah, you
that.
didn't
Nah,
I'm
drop
not a
Asia, nigga.
supporter
You still
of,
on Asia.
nah. She gotta do some repairing. She ain't come home.
Hey yo, listen.
She
Let me
ain't
tell you
come home
something.
yet.
Hey yo, Mac. Let me tell you something, Mac. I'm gonna keep it real. Next time I call you, you don't wake up and talk to me, yo. I'm kicking you off the network, yo.
I need my naps.
I don't care. Get out the club. Leave the club early.
No.
Yo, E,
Yo,
you are so
I,
Puerto Rican, yo.
what I do? Why you gotta keep pointing that
Like
out?
the Asia to Mac combo on the like,
Nah,
oh,
I'm about to ask
Joe,
Flip.
that's hate.
I'm
Joe,
about
that's
to ask
nasty.
Flip.
Joe,
Yeah, I'm about to ask Flip if he can
Joe,
trade
that's
Asia
some
out
big
and put
Phil shit
cake
you
in.
on.
Oh no, you
all
didn't.
right, I'm chilling.
Yo, Flip, put
Yo, what's
cake in
up?
the room. Take Asia out.
Indeed.
Put who in the room?
Put cake in the room and then
Look,
never mind.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, what happened?
Nah,
No.
I
Don't
was
start.
saying,
What he
Yo.
said?
I
Hey yo.
was
First
saying
of
trade
hey yo,
Asia out and put cake in the room.
hey yo. Trey, who out? Listen. First and foremost, you doing that shit again that you be doing. That's number one. Ain't you doing that shit again? You be doing just talk, just running your fucking mouth. You doing it again?
look, he think we don't know the
Yeah.
Yo,
game.
Number
I'm
two.
fucking crying.
Number two. Let me tell you something, yo. E. I'm gonna keep it so real with you, yo. Enough, yo. All
Wait,
my
what?
He think we don't know the game. He
What,
talk about
nigga? Yeah,
put cakes
I just
in.
want to make this a
Put
good, I
cakes
just want to
in.
make this a good show. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about nothing else, yo.
Yo, we only got 3 announcements, my nigga. Why you saying we don't even know AJ going in the room yet?
Oh, that's true. I didn't. You right. That's true.
Yeah, fuck you
That's
do.
Oh
true.
shit.
Nigga just be reckless, nigga.
That's true.
Put
That
That nigga
man.
RSVP'd the room. My
That's
guy
true.
got the res at the room early in the game.
My
hey
bad.
yo,
Had
listen.
mad teeth out during the announcement
Yo,
too.
Parks, edit that out.
Boy, was he smiling. Look, y'all.
Yo, I'm crying.
Look who they let in.
Yeah.
Kaboom!
Hey yo, listen. I got some shit for Imani though. Imani, I got some shit for you. So you gonna learn your lesson, gang.
I don't even like that you treating me like that. I thought I was your man.
You are.
I'm
I love
doing
you. I
this.
think
I'm,
you're a
I'm
great guy. I think that God has blessed me. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So pause. Bless me. You know what I'm
That's a whole separate show. Amani in the room.
Mm.
Hey yo,
You
Joe.
gotta make sure you bring the
Hey,
band. Make sure you bring the band and the microphone.
hey yo, Joe. Yeah, you're right, Mac. Can you imagine like Amani doing the 20v1 and shit like that? The shit that the girls that come up, he gonna want to speak to the bitches to the
He gonna
side
be
like,
sitting there with mad balloons, just
yeah.
full.
He be like,
Like, damn, how can I hold all 40 of
yeah.
these balloons at
I
the
can't,
same time?
I can't, I can't pop them. I can't. I
saying?
just love all. He was start giving a speech. I love all women. Man, all of you are beautiful. And you
'Cause
know
it's
what?
about the personality. It's about what they bring to the table. So
Hey yo, I
it's
told
hard.
you I wanted you to massage a stud, and you told me no, nigga.
Well, I'm not massaging no stud.
Yo, what?
You asked me to do that in public too. You wanted me to go on 42nd Street and do that shit. What's wrong with you? Yo? Why you always?
What?
Why you give me? You would never offer those type of things to other. Why you think I'm the person to offer that to?
Everybody get the offer, just some niggas be turning it down on the sake of content. That they,
So you just think you just know I'm gonna just roll with shit,
you
huh?
my man.
Amani dodged my jokes about that last massage he gave to the big girl.
It's a sexy stage, right?
Yeah, I ain't like that shit, Joe. I ain't like that.
I had so much to say about it, but
Why you can't massage stage?
Yeah, what's up
No,
with stage, nigga?
I
Yeah, we
did
oh no,
rock with
massage
I
stage.
wasn't
we
talking
rock
about
with stage,
states.
nigga.
I wasn't talking about states. I'm
Oh,
talking
what
about
Oh,
massage?
Shorty that was with her boyfriend.
Oh, you talking about the? But listen,
Mm.
yo, Joe, listen. So Imani did that back to her because the nigga Emmanuel massaged Imani's ex. So Imani was getting
Yo,
payback. What?
hold on. First
No,
off,
I know, I saw the show.
Oh yeah,
first off, he never confirmed that he did or did it.
yeah. He was because
That's that's fine.
he know you were
He's a
emotional.
gentleman. He's a gentleman. He's a
He know you
gentleman.
were emotional. Nah, he just knew that nigga.
He
I
He
definitely did.
definitely did it.
Joe, mute the fuck up. You was quiet this whole time. Now you
You
want
could
to talk.
tell, yeah, because I
Now nigga
wasn't
found his
talking about
voice.
that other shit, but
Yo, hold on. Rocky back on stage.
you could tell by the way he massaged his girl that he
yeah.
massaged your
We
girl
gotta
too.
put this
Hey
nigga
yo,
back on
hold on.
mute, yo.
Hold on, y'all.
What's
Push
up?
through. What up, push through? Push through. What up?
Shaya.
There go my man. That's my
What up,
man right
Flip?
there.
And everybody else?
Yo,
Push talk radio.
Shaya. Can you hear me okay, bro?
We can hear you. What's up, man?
I got this new headset on. Everything is everything.
y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
We
I
can.
don't know.
All right.
Shout out to you, Rocky.
Yo, Joe, you there?
So,
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, all right. Just make sure, nigga.
yeah,
He
yeah.
messy.
I wa-
Come fuck with me.
I mean, I just I don't know. I guess I got to do it a little differently now. It's just that I don't never mind. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill.
Nah, get your shit up. What happened?
It's just that when I first came into the spaces on your spaces today, you know,
Yes.
um Rocky acknowledged that Push Talk was in the room. And then
Cool.
and then I thought that you might have seen my request. And an
Okay.
hour goes by, you never
Oh
acknowledge
shit.
it. And then the only thing you had to say was Mr. Joe Button told you that I'm no longer part of the FDN. So I was wondering, when did you start allowing people to tell you what to do with your network? And then
Oh shit.
I don't understand why Mr. Joe Button decided that I can't be a part of the network when, you know, um, I was sabotaged with my opportunity to be on the
Talk to that nigga,
JTV
Push.
at that time. So he never got opportunity to meet me. Now I can see why he would tell, Mr. Flamingo that came to his show looking like a flamingo, she ain't a part of it no more. I can understand.
You talking about bread
Yeah, he
man.
came looking like a flamingo, right? And then you invited Nicole up there when she couldn't even hold a conversation with nobody. And I thought it was embarrassing on behalf of the PTN, you know what I'm saying, and the FDN. And then I just thought that Joe didn't give me a fair shot at it. I think that I've been building a rapport with the E Munch, not E Munch, E Manny, Imani, you know what I mean? And Woodrow, you already know you tried to give him my position to start some shit. He can never be the quarterback, right? And if he want to be the quarterback, I think that he should go through the challenges like I did. And then outside of that, if he want to be, I'll go back to captain. Because remember I gave up the captain to Pink Diamond, and I chose to be the quarterback for
Yeah,
the sake of.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Okay,
question.
Alice.
All right, listen to me. Here's the thing,
Yeah.
Push. Joe said he only said that because I said it, right? I said that Push is not part of Flip the Network. So that Joe was repeating what I said. So I'm just using it as a joke. But in all
Oh, okay,
reality,
cool.
yeah, there's an echo. But in all
Let me take this.
reality,
Let me turn this headset off.
yeah, our business venture, our last business
Mhm.
arrangement did not go through because of you. It didn't go
That's not
through.
totally true. It wasn't just because it
Because,
wasn't just because of me, Flip. Don't do that. Please don't make it seem like I was
it
the
didn't
one
go
who.
through.
It wasn't just me.
I, I didn't interrupt you at all. I didn't
All right,
interrupt you
go
at
ahead.
all.
I hit my mute.
All right. I flew you, put you in four-star hotel, put you in a nice hotel. Flew you in. We came up with a plan, and then when it was time to execute, you did not, which in turn made me frustrated and made me not. It didn't make me, but I chose to disrespect you on live in front of everybody because we had a plan that wasn't executed right. Whether you came up there intoxicated, whether you had fun, whatever it was. Because I listened to it the other day. I still got the audio, right? And I didn't handle it correctly. But at the end of the day, you signed a contract to do something specifically and you didn't do it, which was, yo, I'm a battle Lansky. And then when Flip announces the trailer for the interrogation room, I said, yo, when you do that, you're gonna go at everybody. You're gonna call up Big Phil, Nicole, Jazz, King Me Now, everybody called them up and talk about all the stuff that they did on the platform because behind the scenes, you were putting me on to the things that they were saying. When we was in Orlando, you were saying, "Yo, Flip, I heard this, I heard that." You wasn't talking about them, but you was just bringing me up to date. So when you didn't do that, then I brought you live with the King Me Now nigga, and you didn't do such. You just laughing with him. You fucked up the plan. So I disrespected you, and then you gave me my money. Gave me my money, which is cool, but. Flip the Network is on something different now, man. Like Imani stated that you have to reapply. Like that's what Imani said. And like I thought you wasn't a part of Flip the Network.
Reapply.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Reapply.
reapply,
Wait, hold on.
nigga.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait, hold on. Hey, wait, hey, hey,
your
wait,
new
hey, hey,
sweat
hey, wait,
equity.
hold
No,
on.
no,
Hey,
put
Hey,
that
hey,
hey,
wait, hold
headphone
on.
back
Hey,
on. She can
new
come
hey,
off
Kush,
mute.
wait,
your
wait, wait,
old
wait, 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 wait.
your
Hey,
old
hey,
sweat
hey, hey.
equity is
Hold on,
done.
E
It
Munchkin.
expired,
Hold on
nigga.
to the Munchkin, because I wasn't even talking to you.
He came in here with his
I wasn't even
sophisticated
talking.
voice
Yeah,
on
yeah, but
originally. I
see,
kind of
see, see,
like
now
that.
he want to try me. Listen here, E Munchkin. I'm talking to Flip. Now, you mind the business that pay you and respect is due. So just chill.
Now
The
he paying
man,
me.
wait, 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 wait,
He's
wait.
paying me.
Hold
I'm
on, bro.
HR
Hold on,
now.
bro. Hold on now.
I'm
All right,
HR,
wait.
nigga.
The
I'm
thing,
HR.
ask him what happened to the last HR.
I'm
And he know,
DJ
wait, wait,
E
hold
Lovely,
on,
nigga.
Munchkin. I'm trying to tell you something. Flip just told the people that he could have handled it better. So it's not all my fault because there were certain things that happened during that process. I signed a contract. Yes, I did. What he wanted me to do ain't what I signed up for. Let me get a little deep about this shit.
That's true.
In the
That's
middle
true.
of the
That's
in
true.
the middle of what we hold on, I hear a lot of voices. In the middle of what we are projected to do, Flip decided to change it midway because he does these things. He has these creative ideas that he come up with, and he may think it may enhance it. It really pissed me the fuck off
That's
when he put
that's
DJ
true.
So Lonely in HR position, and then she's attacking me saying that I'm not promoting the event when I'm doing 10, 12, 18 hours a day.
Yeah, I had to mute you. That's all part of the story. We're not talking about the storyline. Like, stop bringing up DJ So Lovely and these people. That's a part of a storyline just to make you be on your P's and Q's. We're talking about the actual execution of what we discussed. Bassey was there, Lansky was there. Let's talk about that. You're talking about DJ So Lovely and you didn't execute. Just stand on it, bro. Like, I didn't execute. It's okay, Push. It happens.
And you
Yeah.
dropping the numbers now, push. Oh,
Oh shit. Yo, Joe, chill. Don't do that to Push. Push, press unmute, nigga. Joe,
And why
don't
Maybe
say
and
maybe
flip.
in the opinion of those. Hey Joe, thank you for that punchline.
So all them
What I would
ugly
like to
ass,
say is,
dusty,
peace,
crusty
peace.
lip ass bitches, get the fuck off my dick in them comments, you nasty foot dragging
hey
assholes.
Roxy, hold on, Roxy. I don't need that much time, Roxy, because
Nah,
I know you've been going there for a
it's
couple
Rocky
hours.
push.
I've heard them beat you up and down the
Nah, it's
block.
some real fucking dusty, musty foot dragging ass
I
bitches that
know.
couldn't stand on
And
the
then
fucking
at
welfare
some time,
line next to a
hey
bitch got something to say. Shut the fuck
Roxy,
up
just
talking to
listen
me.
to me. At some point in time, you may have to learn to ignore them. And I think that was one thing that
No,
Mr.
I
Joe
got
Budden
something
was
for you.
trying to tell you, even though you done put in your work, I put in my work as well. You know what I mean? I put in 4 years. And at the time,
You put in work.
It's
at the
over, Push.
time,
It's
It's
at
over.
the
over. Big Phil came
at
back,
the
Push. That's
time,
it.
okay, well
Big Phil.
let's see. Big Phil wait,
Compare yourself
hold on.
to
Hold on. We ain't gonna even go
Rocky.
there.
You better,
I get the Kool-Aid in a minute.
You
But
better
I'm
leave me
trying.
alone, Push.
No,
You
no,
better
no,
leave
no,
me
no, no. He
alone.
brought your name up. I know, man, you know I know
You
what
better
Flip
leave
doing.
it.
Listen,
Yeah,
just one thing at a time for me. I
that's
thought it
right.
was very
Pause too short.
nah nah nah
yo, let's
at the
go, Phil.
time,
Phil is back.
well,
Hey,
huh?
yo, Push. Y'all tried to join him when me and Phil was beefing. Y'all all thought Phil was the voice. Oh, Phil. Now we cool. It's over,
It's
Push.
okay. Hey,
You
hey,
joined
and at
Phil.
the same time, Phil and I cool. We talked behind the scenes. We hash things out.
There
That's
we
a
go.
fact. That's a fact.
So don't try to pin me against Phil again because
I'm not. I'm
Oh,
telling you that. I'm telling you that it's
okay,
over.
and I'm okay with that.
Yo,
All I
flip,
want to say
flip.
was,
Why is he having a
all I
hard
want to
time
say
going through
was,
like proper
you brought up the
channels?
last time we were going to do business was in the process. I did agree to it. I thought you
Yes,
making me the
yes, Push.
headliner, right? Yes, you did fly me out to New York.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? I was cleaner than the Board of Health.
yes.
We did that. From the,
You
you know what I'm
were.
saying? We did
You
all that
was.
from the party
You're
that night,
sharp, boy.
everything.
Boy, that shit. That
Everything was
good
well.
show.
I'm gonna tell you where I felt disrespected when you came on live in front of those people and you said you didn't even,
Yes.
in my opinion, you didn't give me enough time to complete my mission. You cut it off early when we
Okay.
still had another 3 weeks of promotion. Okay, you gave
Okay.
these other
True.
people your platform to sell tickets, and I was
Yes.
doing it on my own platform. So it takes a little more
You
time.
was.
Anybody can sell tickets on your platform because you're giving them access and they're going to buy the tickets because they're trying to appease you. It wasn't about what the other people did. And then I felt very disrespected as a headliner. You say push talk, you're
Where
not
does your
doing.
platform
You say
come
push
from?
talk, you're not doing.
Where does
I'm
your
almost finished, Flip.
where does
I'm
your
almost
push?
finished.
Where does your wait, hold on. You said where does your platform
Okay,
derive
I'm
from?
gonna finish that and I'm gonna transition to that. So I felt like at
I
that
bet.
time, I felt very disrespected for you to tell me I wasn't doing my job, and you made Lansky and Stacy the headliner, which in my mind that was something that you wanted to do anyway to bring back the first cast because they never really got the shot that they, the paying shot and things like that because they weren't getting paid at the time. So I was like, cool, but I think that you should have told me that before you just told the people that.
I gotta stop you. I'm sorry, Push. Like I don't know if you trying to confuse the people. If you was going to battle Lansky, how would Lansky and States become the headliner? Because you already dropped the ball with that battle, Push. That's it. It's okay. How did Lansky and States become a headliner when it was you and Lansky that got paid to go against each other in the interrogation room? That means you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball because of the live. I disrespected you. You sent me back my money, and then we moved on, bro. That's it. But don't make it seem like you keep mixing things up. And like Stace and Lansky battle came because you dropped out. That's how they battle happened. Nothing else, great. It's all
Wait,
right.
wait,
It's
wait, wait,
great to be
wait.
cool, man. I can't hear you, Greg. Go ahead. Talk again. My fault, Grady. Unmute.
I was trying to. I got muted again. In transition,
Gotcha.
what happened was, in my opinion, because everybody have their opinion on how things happen. Just like Mr. Joe Budden got his opinion on how things happen with Roxy, Roxy got her opinion on how things happen. That's neither here
It's
nor there.
Rocky, yo.
So. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rocky. Roxy was the
Yo, just
girl
go
that
ahead,
flew
get
in
to
from
it, get to it, get to
California.
it, get to it, push. Get
What
to
I'm
it.
trying to say is, let me land my plane. At the end of the day, you felt you were unhappy with my performance at that time, right? I didn't drop out before you made that announcement. It came after that. There, the transition for the PTN Push Talk Network was because when things was going haywire and everything went down in Orlando, and all other cast members left. You and I had a talk, as you stated before. I told you then, Flip, I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here, and I didn't speak bad about you on no other platform. I did not allow anybody to cam up